Hi guys, so it's that time of year again. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody who is going to be fasting this month. I'm excited. So like always, since I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago, I've been making a yearly how to stay fit during Ramadan video, and this is just another video keeping up with the traditions. So I'm going to be filling you guys in on my plans, on how I plan on working out and things this year. And also at the end, I already asked you guys on Instagram to ask me whatever questions you guys have about this month and working out and staying fit during this month. So I first want to start off by telling you guys what my plans are, what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll get into the nutrition and things a little bit later. But first I want to talk to you guys about how I'm going to be working out this month. So if you keep up with me on my other social media, on my Instagram and my Snapchat especially, I don't post much on YouTube here, but you guys will know that I've been having a rough few months. After I came back from Mexico, I got bronchitis, an eye infection, and now because of the bronchitis that I had, I basically coughed so hard that I fractured my 9th rib on my right side here. So it's been a little bit difficult for me to work out. The doctor says that it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for it to heal, and he initially said that I'm not allowed to work out, but I asked him and he said I'm basically allowed to do anything that doesn't cause pain to my right rib. So other than that, you guys also know that I have been powerlifting, and I am still powerlifting, except now my program will be changing. The plan was to stay lifting heavy during this month and stay progressing towards my goal, but because of this fractured rib, I don't want to cause any more damage than I already have. My coach is Omar Isaf. He's also here on YouTube. I'll have his channel linked below. So he will be just modifying my plan until I get better and until I can lift heavy again. So basically what I'm going to be doing this month is just trying to maintain my strength, maintain my muscle mass. I already have been on bed rest for about 2 to 3 weeks. It's been depressing and stressful, but I'm now just starting to work out again. So I don't want to lose any more muscle mass. I definitely don't want to lose any more strength. So my goal will be to maintain what I have been doing for the past few months and just maintain my form, just what I have right now, and just wait until I get better to lift heavier. I don't now have set dates for my muscle groups. So last year I had like a back day, back and biceps, chest and triceps, legs. I had those kind of days, but now since Omar has been making my programs more consist of my main lift, so my squat. So I have a day for squat plus accessory workouts, and we bench accessory workouts, deadlifts accessory workouts, OHP, which is overhead press accessory workouts, and then I have a recovery day, which is basically doing one of each movement but just focusing on my form. So in total, and plus a cardio day, so in total I will be working out 6 days a week. My workouts in general are about 2 hours long. That is for myself because I have goals to hit. I'm trying to compete this year sometime, so I am very serious about my programming. You guys already know this. I also am going to be running before I open my fast. So I think the fast opens around 9 o'clock, so I will be going out for a run around 8:15 to 8:20. It's a 4-kilometer run, and I will be getting my cardio in that way, so it'll be fasted cardio essentially. And then what I usually do is the days that was there, my younger brother, the days that he's at home from work and school, we usually open our fast at the gym. I think I mentioned this last year. I'll link my last year video down below. I went through, it's a 20-minute long video, but super informative in terms of things that people do wrong during this month in terms of, health and fitness. So we take 2 or 3 dates with us, a protein shake and water. This year what we're going to be doing is taking the dates and the protein shake, and we're going to be taking electrolytes with us. It just helps you hydrate a lot faster. It will make sure that you don't get dehydrated through your workout, and also it'll make you feel less lightheaded than usual, especially if you're lifting heavy like we will be doing. And the days that he's at work and he won't be lifting with me at the same time, I will eat first at home, and then I will go to the gym around 9:30 after we've prayed and things like that. And I'll probably train around for 2 hours and then end up finishing my workout at 12 o'clock. In terms of nutrition, my goal is to make sure I hit my protein intake. I'm supposed to be hitting 1,500 calories a day, and this is just for my powerlifting goals and, you know, my lifting goals. I don't know if I can do that. It's very hard. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys it's so easy for me to hit everything. It's not, but I am gonna at least try to hit my protein goals because I don't want to be losing any more strength and muscle mass. And guys, Uzara wants to give you some advice. No, you gotta like come up.
But how do you know if I'm in the frame
You're
or not?
in the frame.
Hi, what's up? Mom's gonna be making good food this time around, like as in healthy food. Usually our mom makes spring rolls and all we eat is like, we're messed up, like we don't have starters. Like we eat spring rolls as a meal. So like it'll be like 10 spring rolls each. So like there's nothing else on the table.
Not each. 10 spring rolls.
Whatever, 10, 7, same thing. But we all eat spring rolls. Like we literally, that's all we eat, spring rolls. And like they're really good. If you see my mom's spring rolls, they always open up. They're not supposed to, but it tastes better that way. Because the onions and shit get deep fried on the inside.
Goal is to stay
hungry.
fit.
I'm so hungry.
Okay, get lost.
But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna be dieting. Like we're gonna be counting calories.
Yeah.
Gonna be basically doing like intermittent fasting kind of thing. Like I guess we don't have a choice, but yeah, we're gonna be eating all our calories within like 5 hours. I'm gonna eat like 1,500 calories basically within like a couple hours. And then in the mornings, I'm just gonna be having yogurt. That's it. Just yogurt, just so we don't stay thirsty, you know. Dahi. Make sure you eat lots of dahi. Yogurt, dahi, milk, all that good stuff. And good luck.
Okay, thank you. So I have a few quick tips for you guys before I get into the questions. I'm not gonna go too much into detail with everything because last year's video is very informative. So my first one is to not skip breakfast. So don't skip the morning meal. It's the first meal of the day, so it's gonna be the meal that's gonna keep you fueled throughout the entire day. What I'm gonna do is have probably 2 eggs, and then also you want to make sure to get in your fruits and veggies because that's fiber and you guys don't want to be constipated. So is that too much? What? If I say that? Eat fiber so you're not constipated. I mean, it's true. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna be real with you guys, whatever. That's why we eat fiber. So I'm gonna my meal is gonna be 2 eggs. We have this bread we got, it's Ezekiel bread. I don't know if you guys know about that, but Ezekiel bread with some strawberry jam, organic strawberry jam because that tastes better. And then probably a protein shake. The protein shake I have, this is the protein shake that I changed to. It's a vegan protein shake because milk and shit does not sit well in my stomach anyway. So I found with the regular protein shakes or the powders, I bloat a lot. And it just makes my stomach upset. This one actually tastes good too. It's the, which one is it? It's the Vega Sport Performance Protein. It has 30 grams of protein and 150 calories. And 6 grams of glutamine and 6 grams of BCAAs. Next is to not overeat. Don't stuff yourself in the morning. That's not the goal. Just focus on eating foods that are like nutrient dense and stuff like that. You don't want to eat freaking parathe in the morning. Stay away from parathe because that shit's gonna make you thirsty throughout the day. And also salty food. I swear every mom makes parathe in the morning. And then you want to make sure you drink water whether you're thirsty or not. Make sure you're drinking your water. Okay, so when it comes time to opening your fast, for iftari, what we're gonna do is we're gonna eat our like actual meal. Lots of people just have samosa and spring rolls. Try to avoid that. If you guys can get your mom to not cook it, is better because we all know that we're lazy as fuck. We're gonna eat whatever our mom makes regardless. So if she makes healthy food, you guys are gonna end up eating it. But if she has spring rolls and samosa and that's all she has in front of you, that's what you're gonna end up eating. So don't treat it like a feast. Like you're not like a king that deserves this feast. Have something nutrient dense. Your body's gonna soak up whatever you're putting in it anyway. You've been fasting for 16 or 17 hours. Why would you give it empty calories? So don't drink any Coke. I think like lassi is good if you guys have lassi. Yeah, just don't put sugar. Put like fruit, mango. What are you gonna have lassi with?
You don't people eat lassi without sugar, right?
Who has lassi without sugar? Everyone raise their hands. Nobody's raising their hands.
How do you know?
I know nobody's raising their hands. Nobody has lassi without sugar. You're having nutrient dense food because you're not trying to get fat. And honestly, this whole, because I'm already reading the questions that you guys are sending me, and most of them are like how to lose weight during Ramadan. You're not gonna lose weight. Like, people assume that like just because you're not eating for the whole day, that when it comes time to eat, you can eat whatever you want and then still lose weight. That's not how it works. If you're fasting the whole day and then you just give yourself shitty food and empty calories like Coke and chips and spring rolls and samosa, like, you're not gonna lose anything. You're not gonna gain weight either, but you're just gonna look like a blob. We know because we used to do it. You guys have to trust us. I mean, not even us. Them over there, they're eating pizza. I wish I could zoom into your ugly face eating pizza over there. For me, I just like my straight chicken breast. I don't care if it's cold or whatever. I'm gonna eat chicken breast. My mom makes this cabbage soup, and that's how I'm gonna get my vegetables. My main meals are just gonna be chicken breast and soup. And cheddar cheese is really good. If you guys don't want to do that, because I know a lot of people will have trouble eating that, just make sure it's something, you know, protein dense and you already know what's in it and it's not processed food. If you can like get lean ground chicken and make kebabs from that, that tastes really good. And it's still fairly clean because it's lean ground chicken. But don't like deep fry it. Bake it, or put like maybe 1 teaspoon of oil and make it that way. Also, you want to aim for water. Have 8 to 10 glasses of water in the time that you can eat and drink, because you don't want to be dehydrated. Normally you're supposed to have 1 liter of water a day. Just try to have like a glass of water for every hour or 40 minutes that you are up and eating and drinking. So another huge mistake that people make is during the month they just completely stop working out. I would highly suggest not to do that, because you're gonna end up just reversing the effects, and it's gonna be much harder for you guys to get back in it when the month is over. So even if it ends up being you only going for like an hour walk maybe 3 times a week and getting 6,000 steps in, do that. That's much better than just cutting it out cold turkey, because it's gonna be so hard for you to get back into it. Try to at least go out for walks if you can't do any other workout, if you feel too tired and too lazy. But I will tell you this, if you are able to give yourself enough nutrients and enough food in your body, like the calories that you need, like for myself, my goal is to hit 1,500 calories a day. I will make sure that I eat my 1,500 calories within the time frame that I have to eat. If you're able to feed yourself enough protein and, you know, nutrition that you need, you will not feel tired or lazy or anything. I think it's more of a mental thing. We just, you know, we're not used to taking such long breaks from eating, so it's more, you know, a thing in your head. But if you think about it, in a day, which is what, like a 12-hour day, we usually eat like 1,500 calories. Now all we're doing is just cutting the time in half to like 6 hours or 4 hours and still eating 1,500 calories. So you shouldn't feel that weak and that dehydrated and that, you know, lack of energy if you're giving yourself the right nutrients. Now obviously if you're sitting here having parathe for breakfast, having, you know, junk food for breakfast, and then having samosa, spring roll and whatever for when it's time for you to open your fast during iftar, of course you're gonna feel like shit. You're not giving your body the nutrients it needs in order to function and think properly, you know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure to give yourself the right food. When it's time to open your iftar, like when it's time to open your fast, you're gonna be so tempted to just go straight for the spring rolls and the samosa, but try not to. Eat your healthy food first, and then after, if you're still craving, you go ahead and have 1 samosa or have 1 spring roll. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but don't eat it first. Have your healthy food first, drink water, go pray, and then afterwards, if you still want some dessert or samosa or spring rolls, then you can go ahead and have some. It's not going to kill you, but you just don't want your bulk nutrition coming from the spring rolls and the samosa. So then in terms of working out for you guys just have to make sure that you want to adjust your goals. Like if you're trying to gain weight during this month, it's not going to happen. It's more easy to lean out during this month, so might as well stick to leaning out or maintaining the strength and the muscle mass that you have at the moment, and then after the month is done, you can go ahead and change it as you need it. But just be realistic. You don't want to be stressed out about your body. You want to be focused on, you know, obviously praying and everything else, so you don't want to cause too much stress about your body and your workouts and things. Just stick to something that is good and it works for you. If you can only work out 3 times a week, only work out 3 times a week. It's not that big of a deal. If you guys want to go ahead and check my last year's video out, that has like a full informative video. It tells you everything that I think people do wrong during this month in terms of fitness and how to improve it, how to work out, things like that. I'll link it down below, go check that out. But I do now want to move on to the questions that you guys have been leaving me on Instagram, because I want to make sure that I address the questions that you guys have, rather than just rambling on about what I think is right. So in terms of fighting your thirst, this one, I think Uzair already mentioned it. Have some yogurt. Even though dairy doesn't sit well in my stomach, I will still have yogurt in the morning. Stay away from salty and oily foods, especially for breakfast or in the morning, because it will dehydrate you even more during the day. So I'm getting a lot of questions on the best things to eat for sehri and for iftar. So I'm gonna go off of what works for me. My breakfast, I will have the same breakfast and same iftar every day, because I'm not somebody that likes to switch things up. I like to know exactly what I'm eating from beforehand, and that's another great tip as well, for you guys to plan what you eat beforehand. That way when it comes time to eat, you don't get like sidetracked with all the good food that's on the table. I'm gonna have 2 eggs, either boiled or scrambled, whatever. And then I also have some Ezekiel bread in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna have that with some jam on it. And I'm trying to aim to hit 40 grams of protein in the morning. So I will probably then have my protein powder that I showed you guys, the Vega one, and probably mix some fruit in to get my fruit and my fiber, and that should be good for me in the mornings. Like, just have a good full meal. Then for iftar, what I'm gonna have is, of course, we're gonna have date and water. I only drink water just because I only have like 5 hours to eat. I want to make sure I get all the water that I need. Chicken breast and maybe some rice, and I always have cabbage soup. So cabbage soup is always in the fridge. My mom makes it, and this is how we get our vegetable intake. She makes this soup with just water, and she puts every single vegetable in there, like spinach, there's kidney beans, there's cabbage, there's onions, there's celery, broccoli, a bunch of things. We just put it in there. She makes the soup, tomato sauce and stuff like that, and she crushes it all. That's how I get my vegetables. Yeah, and then I'll maybe have a protein shake as well. Once again, trying to hit 40 grams of protein, so that will be 80 grams, and my goal in a day is to hit 120 grams of protein. So then I'll go work out for 2 hours, and when I come back, I will most likely have another protein shake, and then I will have one more meal, probably again chicken breast and rice or whatever it may be, and that should get me to the amount of protein that I want to have. Can't stress this enough, is to just have clean whole food. You don't have to be crazy like me and just eat chicken breast and broccoli, but you want to make sure what you're eating you know is not processed, and you know has lots of nutrients and things that you need for your body to be functioning in the day. So how to prevent dehydration and the best time to work out during this month. So for me, as I mentioned, the best time for me to work out is going to be a run right before it's time for me to break my fast. So a half an hour or 40 minutes before. It's a 4-kilometer run. I will come home, drink some water, open my fast, and then I will head to the gym. And during your workout, you might want to have some electrolytes, something that will help you stay hydrated, and it'll keep you having a little bit of energy. It'll keep you hydrated longer, and you won't feel lightheaded when it comes time to working out, because I know that is going to be a lot of problem for people to have. But once again, if you are fueling your body right during the time that you can eat, you should not be experiencing any of these problems. Best time to work out. So in terms of working out, I say this all the time, there is no best time to work out. Like in general, you have to pick a time that works best for you. For some people, it may be going for a run before sehri in the morning, just going for a quick run, coming home, eating, and then going to sleep and going to work. For other people, it may be 2 hours lift 2 hours before it's iftar time. I have tried this before, and it's great, but I just feel like since I am strength training and since I am powerlifting, I do need some kind of fuel in my body, and I need to be able to drink water to keep myself from not passing out, and also to keep lifting heavy during the whole process. So should you change the amount you work out or do less? Or so in terms of the amount you work out, I am gonna stick to how many days and how much I work out, which is 6 days a week, around 2 hours a day. But it just depends on you. If you feel like you can't go 6 days a week, just cut it down to 4 days, and then maybe the other 2 days just go out for a walk or something. Try to make it something realistic for you. You guys, once again, don't want to just cut it out completely because it's going to be really hard for you to get back into it later on. So you want to do something that works with you. Don't go off of what I'm saying. Like, just because Liba works out 6 days a week for 2 hours, you definitely don't need to do that, because I have certain goals that I want to hit, and it's really important to me to hit those goals, and you know, whatever. So it just depends on how important it is to you and how much you want it, and if it works in your schedule. This whole eating at night thing, if it's bad for you or whatever, I mentioned this in my last year's video. The eating at night is not bad for you. Like, eating past 9 p.m. is not going to kill you. You're not going to get fat. There's no way for you to get fat unless you're eating over your calorie limit. Most of the time people gain weight when they're eating at nighttime is because they have a 12-hour day in which they're eating their calories. Let's say someone can only eat 1,500 calories a day, so they eat all their calories in the daytime, which hits them to 1,500, and then the nighttime comes around and they start craving. Then they eat more junk food, which ends up taking them over their calorie limit for the day, and they end up eating 19 or 2,000 calories a day. That is what's going to get you fat. It's not the fact that you're eating at nighttime, it's the fact that you're eating over what you're supposed to be eating in a day. So do you decrease the amount of weights I lift? I don't decrease the amount of weights I lift, just because I don't feel like the amount, like the fasting should interfere with that, because I know I will be fueling my body properly when it is time for me to eat. So there's no reason for me to be cutting the amount of weight I am lifting. Obviously in the beginning, maybe the first week, it will take me time to just adjust to it, but once I'm able to just start fueling my body and it knows I'm getting the nutrients that I need, I'm not going to be cutting the amount of weight that I'm going to be lifting. There are a lot of questions about this whole catabolic state thing. Basically, that has more to do with the amount of protein and the nutrition that you're getting in a week's time compared to just like being in a catabolic state. So as I mentioned, you should be hitting your calories in a day. Like me, I'm going to be hitting 120 grams of protein a day. It doesn't matter if you're getting it in 4 hours or in 12 hours. If you're getting that amount of protein, the amount of protein that you need, there is no way that you should be losing muscle mass. If anything, you should just be maintaining it. If you do find yourself losing muscle mass or going into a catabolic state, that just means you're not providing yourself with the right nutrients that your body needs in order to maintain what you already have. Makes sense. How to avoid eating for iftari. Like I said, if you guys have your moms out there, there's moms watching, your kids and your husbands are not going to go out of their way to cook food if they don't like the food that you make. So if you just take the initiative and make healthy food for them, they're not going to go and just eat unhealthy. Other than that, always eat healthy food first. You guys don't have to deprive yourself of snacks and treats, but you definitely should not be eating them first. So a lot of people are asking what they should do in terms of workouts. I personally think that during Ramadan, you guys should stick to your compound workouts, which are just movements that include a lot of muscle groups at once. Something like a squat, something like deadlifting. Nothing, if you like, because you're not going to be able to work out for as long as normal. Like, most people are not going to be able to work out for as long as normal. So you want to just stick to compound workouts that will help you incorporate a bunch of muscle groups at once, and you don't have to like do an arm day, a leg day. So you can basically do full body workouts in one day, and this will help you maintain what you have. It'll help you maintain your strength as well, and then you can wait until the month is over. For the more advanced people, or people like myself that are powerlifting, I'm just going to stick to my normal routine that I have, because I do not plan on changing my program. I don't plan on changing the amount I work out. I don't plan on changing the amount of weight I'm lifting. So also, for those who don't have access to a gym, a lot of people are saying that their gyms are closed by the time they're able to eat. You can do body weight exercises at home, do some push-ups. If you're able to get that pull-up bar at home, you can go ahead and do some pull-ups, do some pull-ups, do some push-ups, do any body weight exercises. This will still help you maintain. Do a plank, do some ab workouts, go out for a run. Running and walking will be your best friend because it's more accessible than going to a gym and working out. So you guys can definitely take advantage of what you have at home. Skipping is your best friend. I think I've mentioned this 100 times. Try to skip at home. It is warm, so a lot of people don't have excuses. You're able to just step outside and go for a run. So many questions about how not to feel tired, how not to feel sleepy. The only way you are going to avoid that is if you're giving yourself food that will help your body stay awake, help your body stay stay active and alert. Like if you're giving yourself dead food, empty calories, like we call them, like, you know, chips and stuff, your body is gonna be dead also. Not really dead, but you know what I mean. You're gonna feel dead. But if you're giving yourself nutrients, things that's gonna fuel your body, you will feel more awake, you will feel a lot better. And nobody likes that feeling after iftar when you eat like a bunch of samosa and spring rolls and then you just feel gross and your stomach is kind of sitting low because there's so much heavy food in it. Nobody likes that feeling. If you guys are able to follow those few tips and stuff that I have given you in this video, you guys should be okay. Working out, even if you can't work out during this month, that is completely fine. In this month, it ends up being more about the food and nutrition that's going in your body than working out. You can go ahead and work out, but if you're still eating dirty food, you will still gain weight and you will still feel tired and sluggish. I think that's it. The questions ended up being a lot repetitive, so I didn't want to just keep giving you guys the same answer. And also, if you guys want, I can definitely maybe record a quick video on what I will be eating daily while I'm fasting. I can record it for you if you guys let me know down below. It'll probably be, oh my god, I can't talk. It will probably be like a 2 or 3 minute long video, quick video on exactly what I eat, how I make it, when I eat it, the amount it weighs and things like that, the amount of calories I end up eating and things like that. So you can let me know in the comment below. I will have that video out for you probably even the day after tomorrow because I start fasting tomorrow. So yeah, that's it guys. Enjoy yourself, have fun, don't stress out too much, and stay healthy. Bye.